'cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, Lakini. March forward. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And nothing but daylight ahead. A huge play there right off the bat. 68 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Newton to throw. Being chased out left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
On second and goal, there's an option play left. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
Here's Newton. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. Fourth down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And that hits off the left upright, and it caroms away no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not got too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Johnson. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and the return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
A solid chunk there, 15 yards.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be caught. But out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down. And this one is right down the middle. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So he gets an early chance to redeem himself, and he's able to put that one through.
And how happy is he? He's able to get that second chance so quickly after the first miss. Gets his confidence back up, and who knows? They may need him for an even bigger kick later in the game.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
White. No. Hey, 50. Hey, Delta.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Stafford. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Hey, watch the slant.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Mario Addison in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Set. 20.
From the gun, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now with toss, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Newton. Letting one go deep for the hit. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, 27 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows to 10-0. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that?
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Stafford eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to air one out. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Monday.
A toss, left side, Johnson. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back.
Set, lady. Zebra. It's a party now. It's a party now. Go. Check. 59. All day, punt. Hey. Hey, Red. In the middle, let's go. Get on.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Dancing to his left. Looking downfield for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense is going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big play there on the catch and run. 45 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, we're going Mike 40.
Throwing again. Newton. And this one's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now it's Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. To the air again, Newton. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. From 13 yards out. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
But no, but hold on, you finish.
Okay, my bad.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Cam, option left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Newton. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got one.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Watch the edge. Here we go.
Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. On 1st down, Johnson. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On the tackle that time, Bruce Irvin.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Mario Addison able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Stafford now to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So Newton and the Panthers come up now first and 10 at their own 11. The shotgun snap for Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 89 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Set! 180! 21! Here we go, let's bring it! You ready? Fuzz! Fuzz! Switch!
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Throwing is Newton. He's going to go up, and he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. 4 touchdown passes now for Cam Newton. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 3rd down, Newton. He goes full extension, and he's got it. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Back to throw, Newton. Now he steps away. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Newton. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
On the ground, McCaffrey. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Lady! Mike is 59. Mike the 50. Omaha, ready, move!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.